So now we get your marketing locked in. Oh, you're going to make me cry a little bit. What's happening here?
I know, because I'm so excited now.
So this question is from a female voiceover artist. I believe she's working out of Maryland. She says she was recently passed up for an ACX audiobook audition, even after the client asked for a sample chapter. She continues, I don't want to be passed up for more work. I'm hoping you can help me. Her name is Leah, and she is actually on with us. Hi, Leah. How are you doing?
Hi, Lenny. Thank you so much for having me on today. It is a true honor to be able to chat with you.
Same here. This is great, and here's the goal of this conversation. I want to just chat with you, maybe a little coaching here, and I want you to leave this conversation feeling more comfortable about your voiceover efforts, your marketing, and then what you're doing and your sound and your whole thing. Because I know when you're passed up for something, even after sounded like they said, "Yeah, send me a chapter. I like your voice. I'm into what you're doing. I think we could work together." And then they backed away. Is that what happened?
Yeah, essentially, I submitted my audition, the contract. She said, yes, I want a contract with you. I accepted the contract for the fee. She said it's way too punchy. She wanted it to sound, I forget, she used a couple of words, and I said, hey, I am really good at mimicking. Can you give me a YouTube video that you particularly like, or
Yes.
perhaps even link to an Audible book that's already out there that I can listen to the sample, and then I will mimic that, whether you want something soft and low or not. On Monday night, she emailed and said, I just feel like I need to go with a different narrator. This isn't what I want. And
sure. Okay.
I thought,
No, that's good. And
yeah.
I am with you. I know what that's like. You know what I often say, Leah, is we are online voiceover dating. It's really what we're doing. So this is what I want to leave you with, and I want you to understand. So, you came to me for a custom preset, and you hear what that sounded like. You're interested in maybe doing that because you're feeling like, ooh, I feel like maybe it's the sound that she's not hearing. It's not what she wants. So you are an artist. I'm an artist. We're creative people. You like to tell me if I'm wrong. We like to perform, but really what you're doing is you're like opening up yourself, and you're being vulnerable, and it hurts when somebody doesn't approve, doesn't accept us. So I get all that. And so you are right on target like everybody else by feeling that way. But I want to just kind of reposition your thoughts and your thinking process here. So you need to present yourself as who you truly are. And this goes for friends, this goes for family, but this very much goes for online voiceover dating. You tell me about what this audiobook, just generally, what was the subject?
Nonfiction. It was about belly fat reduction tips and holistic eating.
Is that subject something that you're interested in, passionate about?
Yes, actually, I'm a former nurse. My first degree was in public relations communications. I actually spent a little time on radio at my college campus.
Cool.
Having a background in communications, writing, I have written a few books myself. So I really I'm multi-passionate. And, having been in the online space, doing YouTube videos, doing things like that, loving Audible books. I binge them while I'm making dinner and
cool,
folding
yeah.
clothes.
You're familiar with the
Yes.
just the way those are received, and you can appreciate them. Yeah.
And I appreciate that the voice can be there, conveying information and learning and a message. And I want to be a part of that. And so I have been binging your videos and others, and trying to spin up into this space and wanting to deliver a really good finished product is important to me. Yes, sure. It's our heart out there too, right?
Absolutely. So here's what we're going to do. I got your raw file and we processed it and made it sound a certain way, and we can fine tune that to where you're comfortable, because it really needs to be what you truly want your sound to be. You have to love the sound. And then we can get you situated so you know and you're confident from a third-party audio engineer that when you send something, you could take the potential prospect of it being a sound problem, you could take that off of your brain. So you know, hey, Lenny says this is good. If they don't like it, I know it's not the sound because we've been working on this. It's got the blessing of an audio engineer. So yeah, okay, you're in the right. And if your recording level is off or there's something wrong with your room treatment, we could discuss that, and we're going to get you tuned up, and we're going to take care of that. So Leah, what I've done is I've processed your voice. Take a listen to what I've done. As I just sent you the link. So listen to your raw sound and then listen to the process sound and tell me what you think. Go ahead and do it. I'll shut up while you do it.
Oh, okay. Right now. Nice.
Yeah, if you want. It's like the reveal. It's just exciting.
It's like bling.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to be honest. You could go, oh no, I don't like this. I want you to be completely sincere because we can modify it. So go ahead and give it a listen when you get a chance.
All right. So let's see. The top one, original. So you want me to listen to the original?
Perfect.
What are your fears? What are your worries? Those two things, fear and worry, hold us back so much in our lives.
All right, let's take a listen to.
What are your fears? What are your worries? Those two things, fear and worry, hold us back so much in our lives. They steal so much from us. Can you imagine a different career or place in life than the one you have now?
Lenny, you're brilliant.
So it sounds like you like the sound.
You're going to make me all verklempt.
This is great.
Thank you.
Know what? I love this. So it's like what I just did was, this makes me happy. I'm giving you confidence. You're like, wow, this quality actually sounds good. It's awesome. This is really, really makes me happy. Oh, that's so sweet. It's like we got your car tuned up for this race. It's like now let's kill it, right? So now we get your marketing locked in. Oh, you're gonna make me cry a little bit. What's happening here?
I know, because I'm so excited now, because it feels like, it sounds like me, but it sounds like it. Remember that video you did? Maybe it was last week or something. It just gives it that depth of really sharing who you are. And that's what we as artists want. We want that to come through, that voice, that emotion that connects, that energy. So yeah, thank you.
But here's what I want you to kind of digest in your brain as a performer and stuff too. So this person, there's two things. I love the fact that you're passionate about this subject. That's a strength. And but this person has a vision. They have this book. I bet when they started writing the first chapter, I know as another creative person, you're working, it's almost like you're joining a band, right? You're also working with another person. It's Lennon and McCartney, and you guys are shuffling ideas around, right? It's really kind of what's happening. I guarantee you that when this person was just starting to write the book, coming up with the title, figuring out what the chapters are going to be and who this audience was for this book, they had a voice in their mind. So they are looking for something, and it's more than likely possible that maybe they don't know exactly what it is, but they've got an idea. So they gave you a shot and it didn't work out. What I want you to understand and feel comfortable with, and this I think is also going to take some weight off your shoulders because this is a bummer. You have to be you. When you were talking about, I can do different voices and stuff, I understand that. Yes, we can modify, we can go into a different vibe, but you are going to be the best version of Leah, period. If you are trying to do something else that doesn't come naturally to you, someone else who has that naturally is probably going to do it better. So what do we do? How do we connect? And this is also one of the things I think we can work on, is your biography, your auditions, your demos, your website. You need to emote, you need to explain, you need to market, you need to message, hey, these are the subjects that I love. This is what I sound like. And this is what comes naturally. These are my strengths. This is the vibe that I present. This is my voice. And if they have something else in their mind, it's dating, right? It's okay. It's okay. And I want you to understand that here's the good news. There are people out there. I could maybe even say thousands of people out there that have projects that are looking for exactly what you do, exactly what you have a strength doing, your specialty, what you love to talk about, the subjects that you're passionate about. But maybe they just don't know how to find you because your dating profile doesn't describe you the best. It's a great analogy because it's legit, right? So what I want to do is maybe what we can work on is looking at your biography, looking at your demos. Do your demos, do they illustrate how good you do your dream voiceover job? If you love, I'm going to give this as an example. If you love and are passionate about the medical field, you're a former nurse, you could probably, I may be wrong here, but you could probably pronounce medications 1,000,000 times better than me, right? Hey, that is a strength. If somebody has a medical book and you're like, hey, I know all this chemistry, I know all these things, it's in me, I worked for a long time. If I've got a book on that subject, you're probably going to come out way further than other potentials who will have a hard time. But how much can we do that? In what detail? What are your facets? You talked and told me that you have multiple passions. Well, we need to illustrate those as a voiceover artist, just as you would detail your dating profile, because we want to connect with somebody who truly is going to benefit from your strengths. We want to connect you with the type of people. And another thing you told me, we briefly spoke on the phone. You talked about, I'm going to scour and stalk. You said the word stalk. I love it. And by the way, thank you for being open and sharing your story and your feelings and your vulnerability, because you're going to help other voiceover artists as well. This is good energy that we're putting into the universe. You said, I'm going to stalk some other people to try to get some more work. I get it. You want to be successful and do about this. My point is, I think, people search for what they're looking for, especially with businesses online and stuff. And really, you need to look at yourself as a brand. What are your strengths? What are your superpowers? Because people are searching for that. So are you marketing yourself? I would suggest that, yes, you may have an audio problem, and we're going to resolve that. That's not a problem. We can do that. You came to me because you've seen my examples, and we're going to fix that. But I want to take a good look at your marketing. What story are you telling about you? Because I'll give you an example. I want you to attract people that will see your strengths. I don't want you to stalk. You shouldn't have to do that. I love that you use the word stalk because we're using a dating analogy. It's perfect. So what I want to do is I want you to illustrate, hey, these are the things I'm amazing at. These are my strengths. This is my superpower. It comes naturally. And if this lines up, and let me give you an example. I don't advertise. I don't stalk. You came to me, and I'm using this entirely. I'm using this idea. Why did you come to me? Because my YouTube videos tell my story. They're marketing pieces. Yes, I teach you something. Yes, you can see my skill. Yes, I give you an offer to come and send me your audio, and let's see if we could work together. So, my product is making people's voices sound good. Your product is your brand of voiceover. So I think that millions and millions of searches online happen every minute, I think. And there are people looking for what you have. We need to tell that story. And I think that having that in your brain, how do you feel about that concept, that idea? Are you doing that? Do you feel like you could do it better? Just tell me about how this is being received, this message.
Oh, and funny enough, I can't believe I had, since I did buy one of the smaller courses and I saw one of your marketing bio things that I could fill out.
Yes.
And
the free bio writing course. Is that right? It's the free bio writing course. Is that right?
Yes.
Good. Perfect.
Yeah. You would think I would have been like, yeah, I got to do that right away. But I have not. I have not geared up a landing page. I've not done any sort of sit down, write out a bio. And you just even saying, oh, yeah, you're going to be one of those that can say certain medications and, diseases in a way that is going to be factual and authentic. I do need to convey that, and I have not done any of that work yet. So,
Leah, I don't know a lot about you. We spoke for 5 minutes on the phone, and we spoke just briefly here. And I heard your audio sample. But let me throw some adjectives. Let me throw some descriptors from one artist to another. I know you're a mom. How many kids do you have?
Yes. I have 3.
Man, a mom's perspective is very different from a non-mom's perspective, okay?
This is true.
Very much, that's a strength. You look at the world in a certain way. So that means you run a family. That means that, you have had a career. It sounds like years in the medical field. You've worked with a lot of other medical professionals at different levels. I can hear that you're well-spoken. You have a very confident kind of delivery. Some people don't. Some people are a little more demure and a little apprehensive. But I feel like I can trust your voice. If I hear, you could even go blah 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 blah. It's the projection. You know what I mean? You don't have to, the words you say don't even have to make sense. But I'm talking about your presentation. It has a lot of things, and sometimes it just takes an outside third party person just to kind of describe it. I don't think any of this is probably foreign. You're not surprised by any of it, but I would say you have a female's perspective. Yeah, I would also say trustworthy, confident, educated. I anticipate. I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I imagine and expect you could probably dumb down some complicated subjects well. All those things are it's not a voice. It's not like you realize that I'm not talking about the tone of your voice or an accent or, it's not, I'm not talking about audio stuff here. This is your presentation. And so people look for both, and the more descriptive and the more niche you can be when you describe yourself. So I'm glad you see that there's going to be some value here. I think what's cool is you have all the power to crank that up. You can, you know what I mean? You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to, you can make all those descriptions and stuff. So we're going to work on that. The free bio writing course that you took, it's available on my website, and it's basically the introduction to the grand marketing course, which is a huge course. It's an entire roadmap. I am going to give you the entire marketing course for free. I want you to have it, and I want you to go through it, and I want you to, tell me how it's going and make sure you give me some feedback. But I think this is going to be
I will.
This is going to be a sea change for you and your business.
That's very generous of you. And yes, I'm absolutely willing to give you as much feedback. I'll be texting you every day. Here's what I did today. Here's what I did next.
All right, I'm on your team. So I want to thank you for, again, being open and kind of sharing your story. Obviously, you've got a camera and you're comfortable being on camera. How do you feel about making maybe some YouTube videos, maybe some Instagram posts? How do you feel? Does that freak you out?
Oh no, I love social media, and I'm happy to create things that I think I'd have to sit down and even what would I create? I think that's going to be my hurdle. It's not sitting down and doing it. It's what do I talk about? What do I say? Right? What do I create? What's the topic today?
Leah, that is exactly what this course shows you. You have so much to say. It's exactly what this is. So I'll give you an example. Let me do an impression of. I'm going to do an impression of your type of marketing video. Okay.
Okay.
Based on I don't even know that much about you. You need to do some soul searching and you can write this down. So this is my impression. Hey, hi, my name is Leah. I'm a female voiceover artist, and I specialize in the medical field. I worked as a nurse for a long time. I recently got this script for an audiobook that's talking about the health of, I'm making this, I got to make this up now, vitamins or supplements for stomach health, and which is a topic that I'm interested in. Let me read you one of the passages from the book, and this is, the author is called whatever. And then you illustrate your skill, and I would throw in some complicated words, blah, blah, just a couple lines, blah, 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 blah.
Gastroenteritis.
What's it? Give me it again.
Gastroenteritis.
Blah, 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 blah. Gastroenteritis, which actually is blah, 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 blah. You can add yours, whatever. But then you're showing your acumen, you're showing your experience in that field. And then you could say, I worked with this author on a book, and we finished the book, and it's available. And I'll put the link in the description. If you have any type of script that it's important to make sure you get the pronunciations right, or it's in this field, that's my specialty. Send me a portion of your script, and I'd be happy to send you back a sample of what my voice sounds like reading your script, and maybe we could work together. And then you sign off. So let's think about how many of those you could make. And let's think about how all of a sudden, if somebody sees your video because they're searching for a medical voiceover on the field of whatever, the more details, the examples that you pick, which should be your passion, is going to draw people looking for a voiceover on your passion. This is one of those, be careful what you wish for, because if you start doing videos, like, let me ask you this, Leah, if I had a magic wand and tomorrow you're going to start your voiceover job of your dreams, okay? What is that job? Do you know what that is?
Oh, goodness. See,
that's
good.
The
thing. I love so many books. Like,
yes.
I don't even know. I mean,
that's okay. That's great. So one of the things that this course forces you to do is make a list of some of those dream jobs, because those are the examples that you put out into the world. Then somebody's searching for your voice on that subject. That's how they're going to find you. But check this out. Now you are your own brand. You're not working on a platform. You charge what you want. They're coming after you. And if you have 1, 2 videos, it draws very few people. If you do this after a while and you build up your own business and your own marketing and your own brand, after a year, after 2 years, you've got maybe hundreds of video examples. How many of these examples could you do maybe a week? Quite a few, right? Maybe every day that you don't have a paid gig, you make a marketing video. This is just one facet and one example. But then all of a sudden, instead of, Instead of stalking,
right? Stalking.
now what are you doing? You're like, oh, I've got 5 potential scripts. People sent me their script and they want to hear my voice. They sent them to me. They're going, I don't like that. Oh, I don't want to do a book on that. Right? Right. Now all of a sudden we're on the cheerleading squad in high school, and we're like, who do I want to go to the dance with? Who am I going to ask? I know that's right. But hold on a second. First of all, that is a very dated, probably inappropriate comment, but I'm just showing my age, so I apologize for that. It's probably not. I got a couple.
Think it's changed much. I have teenagers. Okay, I promise you, it hasn't changed.
At least that's what it was in my day. But I just want to give you the idea, and so you kind of understand. So.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. In just a few moments, I'm going to send you access to the Modern Synergy Marketing course. I implore anyone who thinks maybe they needed to relook at their marketing, or this kind of sounds like a good idea, check out the free bio writing course, because it is a pre-marketing course. It's like it is really the first very initial step of marketing. And it's available on my website, lennyb.com. I'm excited about what's going to happen and what we can do.
I'm excited too, Lenny. Man, I appreciate your generosity and your time and shifting my perspective and opening up. And that's why I resonated with you in the first place, is because you made me feel like this is doable, and not just a little bit, but very possible. So I thank you for that.
If you have a question about either the sound of your voiceover recordings, or if you've got questions about marketing, by all means, leave them in the comments. You can hear what your voice sounds like with my processing for free. Just send me a sample of your voice, just like Leah did. Go to my website. It's lennyb.com. You can look for the red button at the top of the page, and I'm also going to put the link to the submission page in the description of this video. I try to make it really easy to submit me your voice. There's just 3 steps, and all the instructions are there to follow. Also, take a look at my short, easy, and affordable training courses. You could learn all about recording levels for voiceover, workflow for voiceover, acoustic treatment for voiceover, EQ, and I've also got free training courses. All the details at my website, lennyb.com. You've seen your favorite performer on stage or a guitarist on a concert stage, and as soon as the song is over, you see the guy from the side of the stage run over and hand the guitarist a new guitar, and it's freshly tuned, and it's ready to go for the next song. I want to be that guy for you. I want to tune your voiceover so you have confidence to perform that next song at your very best. I'm Lenny B, voiceover audio engineer. Thanks for watching.